Yeah. So I contacted your organization about the
Yes.
anti-bullying campaign. And then I was on your website and I see that you are also doing something about anti-bullying. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, yes. We have a program for parents, teachers, and community leaders on how to deal with bullying in the schools because there are huge reports of bullying. Last year, the education department told us that 51% of children reported bullying. So we decided we have to step up and step in. So we do the training on WhatsApp technology.
Okay. And how has the response been to this?
It has been absolutely amazing. We have a training session on WhatsApp every second month, and we always have more than 1,000 people participating in the WhatsApp training. We've made it so that people can do it in their own spare time. There's no deadlines. And then they just report back to us 3 times during the course. And then they get their certificate.
Oh, they get a certificate. Thank
Yes,
you
yes,
so much for
definitely.
those who are tuned in to Inspire Access Radio. We are with Tina Thiart. She's a trustee for 1,000 Women, One Voice. Can you tell us more about the organization?
Yes, we are already 21 years in existence and we work under GBV, gender based violence. So we provide training for community based organizations so that they can do support groups in the community and help gender based violence victims. We also do economic development and we do awareness training and awareness courses so that people know and understand what is GBV and where they can get help.
Okay. Can you tell me more about um, how bullying ties in with GBV?
Yes, there is an assumption. We couldn't find real stats, but there is an assumption that many of childhood bullies actually become GBV perpetrators. What is actually a fact is that uh, people, children who bully, end up with criminal records later in life, and the percentage is 80%. So we know that if we want to really prevent gender based violence and criminal behavior, then we have to step up and we have to help the bullies so that they can find uh, healing and support. You know, our research shows that most of the children who are bullies at school are actually being bullied at home or in the community. And therefore, we need to make sure that we have good restorative practices so that we help bullies and victims to get healing.
Healing. It's definitely, I also think it's a healing problem. So, you've been in this business for 21 years. Can you tell us what you've learned about how important a good foundation is for a child so that they don't go down the wrong path? Because you either go down the right or the wrong path. So, like, how important is family values?
Family values are very important. Children must find connection. They must connect with adults when they are small. You know how babies cry when they leave their mother's arms? That's connection, and we have to cultivate that on all places. And it's very difficult when they become teenagers because they pull away. But what I always say to the parents when they ask is talk to them. Create a safe space somewhere in your house where you and the child can sit down and just have a talk about ordinary things. And I always tell the mothers, do not overreact. When children tell you about bullying or what happens in school, just pause and relax and rather ask the children, what would they want you to do?
Tina, can you tell us a little bit more about um, the importance of? I understand a lot of people say that your teacher isn't your parent. Like, so your child goes to school for a few hours a day. But do you think it's important that government should step in because it's becoming a societal problem. GBV is a societal problem, bullying is a societal problem. So then the children that need the help the most, do you think there can be programs at school that is mandatory, like once a week, like a social worker or like a therapist, or something that can be put in place as a preventative measure? How important is that at the schooling level?
It's very important. And you know what is more important is that there are 7,000 unemployed social workers in our country. And if we, as schools, as communities, engage with those social workers, then obviously we will have not many of these problems. And we will be able to help our children because that's important. We have to help them. We have to help them to healing so that they are better people. Um, yeah, so I feel it's very important. Also, there are many counselors and social workers at community-based organizations, and very often the schools operate separate from the community-based organizations, and the same with the parents. But if they work together as stakeholders, we can address the issue of GBV and of bullying in schools. And you know, there's a community police forum that's supposed to work with schools. It's supposed to work with members in the community to address these issues. So I always say to the parents, go find these people, go find the community based organization. And to the school, I send the community based organization to the school, say, go offer your services.
Tina, I've also found that you can have, like they say, quality is better than quantity. You can have like 1,000 people working for an organization, but it can be a useless thing because the person that is in charge or the people that work there aren't of quality standard, and they may be not empathetic and they don't know how to help you. Many complaints from police stations with GBV cases and bullying cases, people complain about this. So how important is the quality of the person that you're dealing with, that you have to go speak to about your personal problem? How important is that in our society?
Although there's a lot of importance on that when it comes to government employees, because it's useless to have a police person and they don't know what to do. But for the ordinary person in the street, very often, just if you listen, then it helps. And we've got numbers everywhere that you can refer people to. And if government officials do not provide the service that they are supposed to, then I always encourage them to contact us and give us the information. And I think I must give our number here now.
Definitely,
It's
yes.
061, yeah, 061 469 0479. And we will try and help as much as we can. And if we can't help, we know where to refer you to. We've got a very huge referral system in South Africa.
Um, I know bullying cases and GBV cases can lead to suicide. So, like, what must you do in in a moment where you feel like everything is overwhelmed, everything is like if somebody's picking on you constantly? Like, who do you recommend that? Who should be your first person that you go to?
Really, it does not matter. What matters is that you go and speak to some person. Very often, the parents are distant or not available. Then find a friend, find somebody to talk to. If not, phone the helplines. There are many helplines. You can find them on our website, which is www.women.co.za. And if you are desperate and you are not able to read the notes, please give us a call. I have given you the number, and wherever we can, we will help you.
So, how can we create a culture of inclusivity and respect, Tina?
you know, I think we have to go back to um, at school teach people about empathy. Because if you can stand in the shoes of another person and feel what they feel, then you will have that. You will have that. We have also started with our communities to talk about ethical behavior and what is it to be responsible, how to be responsible for what you do and stand for the consequences. So those are also things that we teach parents, teachers, and community leaders to follow up with their youth. We find a lot of children do not learn about empathy, and it's something that you learn as a small child. So yeah, that's what I would like parents to do.
Mm. Can you tell us more about your other campaigns, the Hear Me Too and Talking to Boys and Isolated but Not Alone?
Yes, so the Hear Me Too sessions is how we work with communities to start support groups where women can come together and they can talk about their challenges. And then there's a big movement in South Africa for men to play a better part when it comes to gender based violence. So we have started men's groups and we work with the men so that they would talk to boys about consent, about how to respect your own body, um, how to respect the body of women, how uh, yes, behave as when you are out on a date. So those projects are run by us. It's also on WhatsApp, and then they organize their own meetings in the communities. Yes, and there are lots more information and even the training programs on our website. So anybody can go on the website, they can just download the tools, they can use it, and if they want to be part of our network, they can just send us a WhatsApp and we will include them on the WhatsApp community.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview, Tina. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Yes, I really think that it's all of our duty to make sure we know what is gender based violence and what is um, bullying. Very often people do not know, they do not understand the concept. So please reach out to us and participate in our WhatsApp training. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, thank you, Tina. Just last question. I see that you're based in Fish Hoek, but do you work all over Cape Town?
Yes, most of our work is on using WhatsApp technology. We did extensive research, and women prefer WhatsApp. They're not so keen on the internet, and you know the emails. Then you know your email address. Then you forgot your password. So we prefer WhatsApp to use WhatsApp. Yeah, and I have personally over 10,000 people on my WhatsApp groups.
Okay, that's a very big number. Thank you so much. We'll definitely encourage the Inspire Alsis radio listeners to please contact the Thousand Women One Voice organization. And we were joined with Tina Thiart, who is a trustee of the organization. Thank you so much for your time. And I'll be in touch
Thank
with you with
you.
any projects that you're busy with because I found you guys' website and I'm definitely going to be involved there.
Great. We are having 16 days one of these days,
Yes, the 25th of
very soon
November.
now, and we'll send you information. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you so much, Tina. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.